is dumping. Okay, so come out completely. Come out. No, you're good. You're good. Okay, so the frontal pelvic bones have to lift. Come on, lift them. Lamala. Good. And now the buttock has to shift. If we don't shift the butt, I'll show it in a minute. Okay, and lengthen the buttock. Okay, don't stick these guys out. Come down evenly. Come down evenly. Like that. Come down evenly. Lengthen your buttocks. Come on, lengthen the buttock. Keep lifting these frontal pelvic bones up. So this has to lengthen. Lengthen. Don't stick these ribs out. Lengthen. Keep them like that. And now she's lengthened. Okay? If you don't shift, see, a lot of you, I think, you've learned this without shifting the hips. Okay, come. If you don't shift the hips, if you don't shift the hips, it looks like this. Okay, you see how compressed this is? You have to shift. They have to shift. You're going sideways. Something has to give. You can't just hold on to those hips. It's got to give. Okay? Now.
What about the instruction of rolling your tailbone towards the back heel?
Yeah. Okay. The tailbone doesn't roll to the back heel, but because it's big, but it's little. If you take the tailbone to the heel, you'll create a further tuck. Okay, let's see if I can show you. You'll create a tuck. The sit bone is shifting towards the inside of the back leg. If you teach it to the ground, you're going to compress here. It's got to shift. The sit bone has to shift to the top inner thigh. If you go to the ground, you're not going to get the extension that I'm looking for. That's the only bad instruction we have out there in moving the envelope, but it's not precise. Okay, so you had a good question. So come over here. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. This time I want you to do it with your foot up on the wall like that. Okay, and
Can we get an alternative instruction? You just whacked 3 years of my teaching.
So
Tailbone to the heel. Tailbone to the heel.
So this sitting bone shifts towards the top of the inner leg. If it goes in this direction, you don't lengthen enough. You don't get that shift that we're looking for. You get, okay, so take your arm off the wall again. Okay, and really ground the inside of the foot. That's it. Okay, so take the arm up a little higher. And now, let me get the belt. When you're driving, with the belt, you're driving. So you're teaching this shifting. Come on, you can shift a lot more. Okay, but let your body come towards me. Not in. So this has to go, lift the frontal pelvic bones. Don't this way. Like that. Okay. But don't, see, this is what I don't want you to do.
This one.
I don't want you to go like that. Okay? This has to be even. So you have to learn to come, this is not to stir. You're not doing this. Okay? So this has to stay lifted. Okay, so give me more lift in your frontal pelvis. More lift in the frontal pelvis. Don't sit in these ribs. Don't sit. Yeah, it's better. Okay, now shift the hips. Let me get the belt. Let's get it. And then try not to lean back so much. So if we look at her from this side, okay, guys, everybody, look at her. This is part of the problem. Look from the side. את בסדר, את נהדרת. למה אתם מפחדים שמתקנים? אל תתקנו, אף אחד לא יכול לעשות הכל נכון. Okay, where is her torso leaning? Back. Okay, so I need you to come much more forward. So this arm, let's take this arm forward. Okay, so you're not leaning back. Okay, take the top of this thigh back. Take the top of this thigh back. Okay, now this is better. Okay, so it's not a back bend. It's a side extension. So now, as this body comes towards me, draw it under me better. Get the lift in your frontal. Come on, I'm going to give you a lift. Like that. That's what I want. I want this to lift. No dumping. Now shift. Shift without dumping in here. Yeah. There you go. Okay, and now, when you've got your belt around the student, so I'm going to have to press her in here more. And this thigh is just going straight back. Okay, straight back. Okay, now, we'll get them to here, and then you're going to take a block and put it behind them. Yeah, and put your, yeah, that's it. Okay, again, don't crunch your lumbar. These ribs down. Put these ribs down, not down, on the, like that. Like that. And now shift. Hallelujah. Starting. So this is going to the wall, and this is moving away from the wall. This is going to the wall, this is moving away from the wall. Good. And don't lean back, don't lean back, don't do a back bend. So this needs to come a little more forward. Yeah, that's it. And let your head, oh, okay, that's marginally better. Okay, so shifting, keeping the frontal pelvic bones lifted. Top of the thigh back. So what I don't like to teach, come on, enough. What I don't like to teach is to rotate the back leg open. I don't like that instruction. I think it's not a very good one. So the back leg, if I do it, you want to do the other side for me? So if I think it helps you push more into the ball of the foot. It's a little easier, I think.
Then I feel a bit more stress on the back leg.
You feel like that? Push more into the ball, because I'm hyperextended too, and this is really good for me. So take your foot more up the wall. If not, I'll put something underneath you. But try to push more with the ball of the foot. So I'm hyperextended too, and this I like this. It's actually helpful for me. And you resist you, so don't dump in there. Okay, now take your arm up the wall. Yeah. We're going to put the block there. You'll use your strap again. You'll help them. Okay, get these frontal pelvic bones lift. More lift here before you go. And then shift. Okay, keep the frontal pelvic bones lifted. Shift the hips. Shift. Keep this tucked under you. Oh! Is she leaning back?
Less than before.
Okay, lean a little more forward with your torso.